Okay, so we talked about competing, how to compete. These are actions that you're going to take, like real actions. How do you compete? The next thing we're going to talk about is developing your mind and your body. Uh, it is way easier to compete when you're strong, fast, and agile, but that takes time. That takes years of just consistent work. But you can see gains in a couple of months, right? You can get noticeably stronger in a couple of months with the right strength training, speed training, nutrition, things like that. So um, I'm not going to I'm not going to give you a full on course. That's a whole nother course, like what to eat, how to train. That's a whole nother course. And in the future, I'm pretty sure I'm going to make a course like that. For now, I'm going to help you just think about how to come up with your own course, your own thing, and do it in a way where it doesn't cost a bunch of money, where it's basically free, or maybe it costs you, excuse me, costs you the cost of the nutrition, the supplements, the food, things like that. That stuff's not cheap, but there are ways to do it. So you want to eat right, you want to get nutrients from food, okay? I had a conversation with a mom who was like, my son wants to get bigger, he wants to get like stronger, leaner, and we're, struggling to pay for food. The cost of food is higher, and I don't really know what to do, okay? I told her, well, look, that's a problem. That is a problem. It's hard to get enough protein, but what you can do is I mentioned the 4 Hour Body. It's a great book uh, by Tim Ferriss, and he talks about like body transformation, how to get yourself like stronger, like converting fat to muscle. So you're not necessarily losing weight, but you're just getting looking nice, right? With a lot less effort. Um, and basically, I told her you could just get a bunch of ground beef from Costco. So you get like they come in like packs of 1 pound packs, like tied together in threes or fours or something like that. So you get ground beef, you get like cans of black beans, um, peas, frozen peas, like a big giant bag of frozen peas, and then like depending on whether it's breakfast or what or not, um, eggs, and then legumes, or rice that's got a low glycemic load, a low glycemic index, like basmati I think it's what it's called, basmati rice. But just keep it really simple, inexpensive. Like beans are cheap, rice is cheap, ground beef is not cheap, but it's also way cheaper than steak. I mean, you can get a pound of ground beef for like $7. It's so there's ways to go about this, and so what I would suggest is you can get a and a meal weight training plan and a meal plan from your coaches if you're at a school that has like that level of attention to detail. Most schools don't have that, but you don't need that anymore, and you don't need a trainer. You can just ask ChatGPT to give you a plan based on the 4 Hour Body or some other source. So I decided that we're gonna do something here, a little interactive. I'm going to fire up ChatGPT. Now I pay for the pro plan. You don't need the pro plan. Let's see what my hmm, let's see here. Let's open this up. Oh wait, let me do an update. So I'm gonna restart that. Restart my ChatGPT. I searched for a lot of things. Okay, this is 03. I want 40. And I'm going to say, I'm working with can I type? With a 13-year-old wide receiver. can I spell? Helping him get lean and strong and fast and agile. I like Tim Ferriss's 4-Hour Body as a template for meal planning. And I like the NFL Combine drills for speed and agility testing. And I'm not really sure about the best strength training model, but I'd like you to help me with that. So I need a low cost meal plan, a strength training plan that combines a gym workout with exercises, exercises that you can do at home, and speed and agility drills that you can do on the football field after practice. Go. Let's see what it says. Awesome. You're really setting this 13-year-old up for long-term success. Of course I am. By focusing on lean mass, strength, speed, and agility early, the right way. Let's build it out in 3 simple pieces for you. Meal plan, low cost, 4-hour body inspired. Steady fat loss if needed, or body recomposition, losing fat while building muscle. Stable energy, so these are the goals. Stable energy for training and growth. Simple, repeatable meals. Boy, smart. You're listening. Thanks, ChatGPT. Rules, protein at every meal. Of course. Vegetables at every meal. Absolutely. Some healthy fats. Yes. Very limited sugar and processed foods. Of course. 1 free meal per week. Optional. The cheat meal. It's amazing. You basically eat anything you want, like anything. Ice cream, as much ice cream as you can. Cookies, all of it. It's like a shock to the system. It resets things, and it's fun. So we got a sample weekly meal plan. Breakfast, 2 scrambled eggs plus black beans, salsa, and spinach. Yes, yes, yes. Snack, Greek yogurt, plain full fat, berries. I would actually add some grain-free nut clusters in that as well, or some just straight up nuts. Some nice healthy fats. Lunch, chicken thighs, broccoli, brown rice, or quinoa, or as some people like to call it, quinoa. Snack, almonds or peanut butter. Yes. 1 apple. Yes. Dinner, ground beef or turkey, mixed vegetables, frozen bagged or stir-fried works. Optional recovery meal, chocolate milk, small amount, banana after heavy training days. Now, stick to repeating these meals. Okay, real quick. I forgot to tell it, and you can always tell it oh, I forgot this, change this, add this, right? I didn't even mention supplementation, but there's something called Perfect Amino. It's amazing. It basically it's all the exact amino acids that your body needs to create protein. So when you're eating protein, what happens is your body breaks down the food, that protein that's in there, it breaks it down into amino acids, and then it takes those amino acids and it makes the proteins that the body needs to repair, to grow, all these things, right? And then the leftovers are essentially deployed as sugar that's in your blood, that's used by your cells, but a lot of it also turns into fat. And when you look at, they call it perfect amino because like 99% of the amino acids in there are going towards protein, and it doesn't break your fast. So you're literally, there's like no calories whatsoever. Or maybe there's like 1 calorie. I mean, it's insane. But like when you're eating food, which is good because you need like this full profile of nutrition with food, when it comes to like, say, plant protein shakes, like you're only getting like something like 11% efficiency. When you're taking whey protein, you're only getting like 23% efficiency. So you find yourself in situations like I did when I was with the Carolina Panthers, drinking muscle milk, and I was getting really strong, but I was getting fat. And one of my teammates literally said, "Bro," like I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm getting strong." He's like, "Bro, what's going on with your stomach?" I'm like, "What do you mean, what's going on with my stomach?" He's like, "Look at it." And I looked at it. I looked down. He's like, "No, lift your shirt up, like, because I just saw it when you were lifting weights." And I was like, "What's going?" He's like, "Look at your stomach." I was like, "Oh, I was getting fat." I didn't understand why, but like because it's an inefficient source of protein, of amino acids. So a lot of that was being converted to sugar and fat, and I was getting strong, but I was getting fat. It was real. So you would like change this and say, "Hey, also I wanted like a supplementation plan. I hear Perfect Amino is great. Tell me more." I might even ask that later, but like let's just get back to it. So we're going to stick to repeating meals to make it low cost and easy. And this is like stuff you can meal prep, right? You can make all these meals, put them in like glass containers, have them stocked up, ready for you to go. And you never have to look at mom like, "I'm hungry." You'll never be hungry. And with this, you can literally eat like that plan. You can eat as much as you want, and it's inexpensive. Slow cookers and rice cookers are your friend. Blah blah blah. So if I like this, right, what I'll end up telling it is like, "Okay, great. Give me more. Give me more meals. I want specifics. Like that was a nice sample. Give me specifics." So when it comes to strength training plan, gym/home hybrid, love it. Focus, building general athletic strength. Yep. No heavy specialization yet. He's still growing. Smart. Yes. We don't want to specialize on anything. You're still growing. Yes. We don't want to stunt your growth. Very smart, ChatGPT. Emphasize movement quality over weight lifted. Yes. Yes, it's not about like lifting the most weight. It's about the quality of your movement, because if you're not moving the right way, then you can get hurt. The more weight you have on, and if your weight keeps going up, I'm getting stronger, but my movements are bad, eventually you're going to get injured. Prevent injury by balancing push, pull, core, legs. Oh, genius. Thank you. So we got a sample gym days 2 times a week. And this is part of the 4 Hour Body. I didn't ask them to focus on, oh, okay. So no, it's not. They're doing gym and then home. Great. Okay, so lower body focus, goblet squats, dumbbells, Romanian deadlifts, walking lunges, plank hold, awesome. Upper body focus, pull-ups, assisted if needed, dumbbell and with assisted, that's like a band. Or a friend who wants to hold your legs, I guess. Dumbbell bench press, dumbbell rows, shoulder lateral raises, hollow body hold. I've never heard of that before, but YouTube will help you with that. Or ChatGPT will explain it to you. He's like, "Hey, I don't know what a hollow body hold is." It'll tell you exactly what to do. It might even like point you to a video on YouTube. Home days 2 times a week. So we're looking at 4 workouts a week. That's great. Simple body weight workout, exercise, push-ups, perfect form. Man, push-ups are phenomenal. Phenomenal way to get strong. All those people in prison that are like all prison strong, they're doing push-ups. Air squats, phenomenal. Air squats are great. They're great at like at basically putting the blood sugar in your body to use. So like say you had a cheat in the middle of the week. Say you had some ice cream. a great way to not have that spike in blood sugar, which then leads to a insulin resistance, which then leads to your body like storing more sugar as fat. What'll happen is you just start doing some air squats, and you do the air squats, and that starts to flex the muscles. So now the muscles are sending signals to your body where it's like, I need fuel. So that free roaming sugar is now like, okay, we need to go. It's carbs, right? It's sugar. So it needs to go to the muscles. So now it functions as fuel for your muscles, and instead of being stored as fat and then causing your body to like get out of balance with insulin, which is a response to sugar. I'm not gonna get into all that stuff, but you can look it up if you want to. This is not the Huberman podcast. Yeah, if he wants an extra edge, medicine balls and resistance bands are excellent cheap add-ons for home. Absolutely. Speed and agility drills, post-practice field work. Okay. Focus, explosiveness, we like that as a receiver and any other position. Short area quickness, change of direction, acceleration. Weekly routine, 3-point start sprints. Okay. 6 to 10 yards. Okay. Full go, sprints, love it. If you're doing it with a friend, even better. Competing with a friend, flying 20s. Build up for 10 yards, sprint next 20. Okay, I think I know what that is, but if you don't know, you can ask it. It'll point it out for you. Pro agility shuttle, 5-10-5 drill. 5, 10, 5, I think. Or maybe it's, I don't know what it is, but again, that is an actual drill. I should know what that is. That's so embarrassing, but whatever. I don't know everything. I forgot. I've done the 5-10-5 drill before, and I cannot remember exactly what it is. I'm not going to pretend. You can look it up. The cone L drill, it's an L drill. But these things, if you practice this stuff, it helps you get more agile, more like quick, and like then if you get to the point where you're going to the NFL or potentially, and you start running these drills, they're going to be like, wow, this guy is super agile, but it'll all translate on the field, so they'll already know that. Mini hurdle, quick steps, broad jump practice, blah, blah, blah. We got drill notes. So rest, record times. Yes. Write it down. Focus on form. Yeah. And you can get all that stuff from videos on YouTube. You do not need a trainer. You do not need a trainer. You need a friend who's willing to do it with you, a brother who's willing to show up and do it with you. You do not need a trainer. You can do this on your own. I've literally done it myself. And if you do it yourself, you save yourself a lot of money, and the pride that you will feel inside from the dedication that you put into it, and like the way your body's just transforming, and people are gonna be like, oh wow, ooh, wow. And that's the part where you just say thank you, and you're cool, and you're not feeling yourself. But yeah, so big picture reminders: keep workouts short, 45 to 60 minutes max. I would say 45 minutes. You don't need to work out for 60 minutes. It's really, the science shows that it's more about the consistent, like intense effort. And so if you can be consistent with it, then that's where you're going to see gains, because you're transforming your body. You're telling your body, hey, I'm an athlete, so I need you to do athlete things. I need you to respond with athlete stuff. I need more muscle. I need more fast twitch. I need more flexibility. Give me all that stuff based on my behavior, and your body and your mind is going to say, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely, sir. I need a drink of agua. Absolutely, sir. Warm up before everything, dynamic warm up, not static stretching. You should do static stretching as well, but you should also do some dynamic warm-ups. Do both. I think, like, I would tweak this and I'd be like, okay, give me like recovery stuff, workout stuff. Like, I need a recovery day or 2 recovery days. Maybe I want a recovery day in between after every 2 workouts. So it's like Monday, Tuesday workout, and then Wednesday recovery day, Thursday, Friday workout, Saturday recovery, Sunday I'm gonna do absolutely nothing. Something like that. Like, play around with it, have fun, and you'll find something that like that sounds really good to you. And as long as you just commit to it, it will work. Anything that you commit to, as far as like improving your fitness, your nutrition, it's gonna work. Sleep is critical for growth and recovery. 8 to 10 hours a night. Yeah, you need to sleep. And good thing you gave up all that social media time so you can sleep, right? Make it fun. Hype him up for his gains. I'm not going to do that, but your parent can do that. Your parent can hype you up. We can gamify it, turn it into something where maybe they start making badges for you. Nah, okay. But anyway, would you also like me to build you a printable weekly workout tracker? Yeah, sounds great. Speed agility drill diagram to visualize the field setup. Oh, I can get that from you without a trainer. Love that. A dynamic warm-up template to use before training. Any or all, just let me know. Man, look, you don't need a trainer. You do not need a trainer. And let me just tell you right now, when I do create the course on nutrition and exercise and all that stuff, I'm going to use ChatGPT. Remember that. Remember that. Like when, parents, it's not the easiest thing to do. And like, you might not necessarily like feel confident that you're making the right choice. But like when I do this, I'm just going to use ChatGPT and it'll be even better in the future. And I'll have like certain trainers that I want to model it after, but like, yeah, ask it if it knows about a certain book or a certain, or have it read a website. Like, hey, take a look at this website from, this article from Men's Health magazine. And it says, so it's telling you to do X, Y, Z. And so read this and then come up with a plan for me based on my particular things and account for, my knee injury, or you could even have like rehab like plans, right? Hey, ChatGPT, what should I be doing so I can like get strong upper body, but also avoid inflaming my elbow that I told you all about. So opportunities abound, endless opportunities to like melt excuses. There are no excuses. There are no good ones, at least. So with that said, I thought this was gonna be a shorter video, but I'm a slow typer and it's a little longer than I thought. But that's the movement, y'all. That's what we're doing. So you're welcome. Let's keep it going. Thank you for being here. I'm telling you, you're welcome. But let me just say, that was a joke. I'm grateful that you were here. And I'm so happy you're here. I'm happy less for me, more for you, mostly for you, because whether I ever find out about your progress, your transformation or not, I know some of you out there are going to make the change, are going to transform, are going to have people looking at you with admiration and respect. You will grow up and one day you will have people. Look, this is something I never would have imagined happening, but I've had grown men who I don't even remember from high school who were, a year below me, 2 years below me, because we had 500 kids in the program, so I can't remember everyone, but have said to me like, hey man, you were such a great role model for me. Like I watched you and like it helped me be better. You want people to look at you and like want to be better just because of the way you're being better, that you are motivating other people to be better. That's called leadership, okay? I'm building leaders. This is what we're doing here. Like yeah, okay. You're going to get on a football field. You're going to play more. That matters a lot, but like it matters more that you become leaders. And one day people are going to come up to you and just give you flowers and say, look, I use you as an example to get the kids that I'm coaching to work harder, to do better, to give more, to show up differently. That will happen. I promise you, because you're going to make an impression on people. They're going to be like, how is it that this dude is doing all this? And then they're just going to just ask and you're going to tell them and they're going to watch you. And then they're going to be like, I can do this too. You can do this. So I am happy for you. I'm happy you're here. These videos are long, but it's important. I hope you're taking notes. And if you're not, you can just keep watching it and watching it and watching it and watching it forever until it clicks. Anyway, all right. Let's go.